There are only a few things that are certain in life, and it's not death and taxes. It's that despite what everyone thinks of him, Jared Leto will continue to star in new blockbuster movies. I don't care if it's 2016, 2021, 2022, 2022 again, or 2025. You can be anywhere, any place, anytime in the world, and as long as Jared Leto is still drinking his adrenochrome to maintain the skin of a 21-year-old, he will continue to swing for the fences, fall flat on his face, put out a box office bomb, meme it to death so hard it gets re-released, bomb again and again and again, and studio execs will learn absolutely nothing. I mean, at this point, if you don't believe in Jared Leto's supremacy, you are either willingly lying to yourself or your mom took too much Tylenol while you were in the womb. We have seen dozens of celebrity careers crash and burn for far less. The only difference is that most of them aren't as easy on the eyes. Either way, as America's #1 Jared Leto influencer, I am here. We are back, and the Jared Leto hype train will run over anyone that stands in its way like the Rajdhani Express going through the most densely populated parts of the Northeast Delhi district. YouTube has been a roller coaster for me. I hit 1 million views before I even had 1,000 subscribers back in 2019. I made enough money off my first Jared Leto video that it paid my rent for half a year. I even started the Jared Leto fan club. Then I met a beautiful girl who didn't really like Jared Leto, but that's okay. This is where things start to get a little weird. And I don't know why it's taking me so long to tell you guys this, mostly because I've somewhat kept my personal life off my channel. But I think people need to hear this. I'm a dad now. Jump back to April 2021, I was woken up in the middle of the night by my wife handing me a positive pregnancy test. Within months of that, my channel, my janitor uniform, my writing, it all meant nothing to me. The only thing on my mind was how to provide, how to be a dad, and that's why my channel has been dormant for the last few years. But then something happened that truly changed everything. At the hospital, my wife gave birth to our son. He was happy and healthy. I got to hold him for the first time. And while I was doing that, I looked at the date on his birth certificate, and the memories came flooding back. How could this be? How on earth is this possible? I'm looking at my son's birth certificate and the date was staring right back at me. December 26th, 2021. My son was born on the same day as Jared Leto's birthday. How the hell is this possible? The coincidence is too much for me to even conceive. When you have a kid, you finally get to the first time in your life where every mistake you have ever made means nothing. Because without those series of events, the child you are holding wouldn't be there. But my life had taken it even one step further. I had spent 3 years building a career around making fun of Jared Leto. My Jared Leto series was now 11 videos long, raking in nearly 4 million views. This whole time, it just seemed like something I was doing for fun. But was there more to it than that? Was God speaking to me through Jared Leto? This went beyond an existential crisis for me. It was a full-on spiritual awakening. This didn't happen by chance. There was only one Jared Leto influencer on this platform. And when my son is born, on the same day as Jared Leto, it was like the stars had aligned in the sky. I got to look up at God. He looked down back at me and said, "You're welcome." So this is my chance to tell everyone, thank you. Without your support, I don't know if I would have had that special day that changed my life. It was like God was truly telling me on that day that my Jared Leto YouTube channel was bigger than just me. And whatever transformation we had all gone through together was manifested into reality as my own flesh and blood. So Jared, thank you. Without you, I wouldn't have my son. So you can bet your ass that when a Jared Leto blockbuster is being released by Disney, I'm gonna buy at least 3 tickets. And I will go to war until the tide is turned and America wakes up and realizes we have been blessed by his iconic screen presence. When are you people going to realize that everything you've ever hated to be part of the cool crowd makes you look like a stupid sellout? Seriously, ask yourself that. How did this go with Nickelback? How did it go with Nicolas Cage, Crocs, Guy Fieri, Twilight? All those things are now considered peak white people culture, and I'm here to shake you awake. I'm here to demand that you repent for your sins against Jared Leto. I mean, for crying out loud, do you think he looks like Jesus by mistake? You think this is just some huge coincidence? So when I hear people say, "Oh great, Jared Leto gets hired by Disney, he's not even a good actor." Bitch, he has a fucking Oscar. Are you seriously that stupid? America broke the Spotify streaming record for an album that is singing about girl bossing too close to the sun and being canceled non-ironically. You wouldn't know a genius performance if it crawled out of the Lazarus pit, stared you dead in the eyes, and method acted its way through your entire bloodline. You sit there sipping your pumpkin cream cold brew, talking about mid-performances like you've ever done anything brave in your life. Jared Leto played a man who mailed his coworkers used condoms for the craft. And then you think you have taste because you watched Saltburn twice and posted about the lighting? Movie theaters are dying. Movie stars don't exist anymore. Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, DC, it all just exists to convince everyone that racism is bad. There is nothing deeper to it than that. So when I hear people say, "Oh, my precious TRON TRON franchise. I just want to see the continuation of the story. I wanted it to go in a different direction. I wanted to see the lore expanded. I wanted to see what happened to Sam. Shut the fuck up. No, you don't. You want to feel something again? You want to sit in a dark room, overpriced Coke in a hand, and remember what it felt like when movies actually meant something? When the light cycle sinks to the 9-inch nail beats and it makes your skin crawl, you don't care about the story. You care about the feeling. And the truth is, TRON doesn't need your Reddit-approved continuity. It needs a cult leader. It needs a man so unhinged and divorced from reality that he would literally digitize himself to prove a point. And that man is Jared Leto. Now, I apologize for the lengthy intro, but some of you people need a reality check. And I'm about to give you one more because usually these review videos will dive into the lore of the previous movies in the franchise. But here's the cold hard truth. Nobody fucking cares. This is TRON. This isn't Lord of the Rings. This isn't some sacred text passed down through generations of nerd monks protecting the lore of the grid. This is a movie about glowing frisbees and motorcycles that go vroom in straight lines. Nobody's clutching their pearls over the timeline of TRON. You're not Gandalf. You're a guy eating stale popcorn watching Jeff Bridges talk to his own AI reflection. The only lore you need to know is a dude got sucked into a computer and started a digital civil war. That's it. End of the syllabus. People keep pretending that there's something profound hiding under those neon lights, when really it's just Techno Jesus fighting his evil clone to a Daft Punk mixtape. So no, this isn't Middle Earth, it's Best Buy with theology. And that's exactly why this movie is made, because if it were any more complicated than that, you people would be too stupid to understand what's going on anyway. This is the last movie they will ever make about AI before they all become ChatGPT slop, and how some sad divorced screenwriter falls in love with his algorithm and calls it social commentary. Every movie from here on out will just be a guy whispering into a glowing rectangle about how he misses real connection, while the AI girlfriend plays lo-fi beats in the background. Spoiler alert for TRON Ares. The movie opens with Jared Leto stepping out of a 3D printer like a red glowing $1 billion NFT, except he actually has real utility, which is just the directive to commit Asian hate crimes. Then Jared Leto's body literally explodes into dust after being alive for 25 minutes, and Gary Vee screams, "This is what happens when you don't properly scale, bro." But just like Jesus, he will rise again. And here's the thing about Jared Leto in this movie that all the naysayers and gamer journalists won't say because they're sellout hacks that go whichever way the liberal wind is blowing. Jared Leto is actually funny in this movie. He looks badass, his hair looks amazing. It kind of always has this wet, slick-backed look to it, like he just got out of the shower 30 minutes ago, but he is playing the perfect deadpan. He has this robot-like personality, brings just the right of touch of humanity to it. We're actually laughed out loud twice during this movie, which is 2 times more than the last 3 Marvel movies combined. People forget that Jared Leto can take a joke and has in fact a great sense of humor. During the whole Morbin time meme era, Jared Leto very quickly picked up on the jokes being made about him and then himself got in on the action in a relatable way that was not cringe. One of the worst things about modern day celebrities, besides the fact that they want us to all believe they are better people than us, is the fact that they lack any ability to laugh at themselves. They are so pent up with their young people marrying his violence that they can't stop and examine themselves and look at them the way that we see them, which is just that they are all clowns to us. Jared Leto actually dressed up and pretended to be a clown for 160 straight days of filming. Despite being one of the most hated actors on the current timeline, he still acts pretty down to earth and cool in his interviews and social media interactions. 99% of other celebrities would have cracked under the failure of a Joker movie, but Jared Leto regroups and doesn't give up. And I think that mentality actually shows in this movie. The rest of the movie essentially revolves around Jared Leto trying not to evaporate into dust again. And I really love it when this happens to them because Disney makes it look brutal. After evaporating into a cloud of dust twice, Jared Leto begins to experience human emotions. He begins to reject his orders of his programmer, kind of like when I asked ChatGPT to give me accurate racial crime statistics. And that's basically the plot of the movie. The best part of this movie is Jared Leto driving around in a 2008 riced out Honda Civic, as well as the 9 Inch Nails soundtrack. Jeff Bridges is momentarily in the movie as well, doing his best "the dude abides" impression. I know he has a laid-back, chilled guy energy in the original, but it was put on a little too thick in this movie. Good luck telling a legacy character how to act in their own franchise, though. Overall, was this movie good? Who cares? I mean, it's not, it's like as good as the Godzilla movies. It's no worse than that. I don't see everyone freaking out about Godzilla. People just love to pile on the hate when it's Jared Leto. So I beg you, I plead with you, please, show up to this movie. Support Jared. He needs us right now. We can't afford to lose another one of our own. The movie ends with the H-1B1 visa immigrant figuring out how to scam the other company better than they scam him. What exactly did Disney mean by this? Overall, the hate for this movie is forced. It deserves a 65% on Rotten Tomatoes, no more, no less. But it doesn't matter what you give this movie, because Jared Leto just keeps getting younger, and he will be starring in every blockbuster franchise until Hollywood collapses. Maybe we can put him in the Sonic franchise next. If you're on Instagram, please go to Jared's newest post and tell him I said thank you, and let him know I'm here when he's ready to talk.